Good evening, and welcome to the first part. Good evening. Welcome to the first part of a very special two-part stream I have. Over the next two streams, we will be looking at Lego Jurassic Park. This is the four sets that they released last year to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the original Jurassic Park movie. I saw that movie. It was one of my favorites when I was younger, but for some reason I never saw any of the sequels. So I guess I need to get on that and catch up. But today we'll be looking at the Triceratops and Brachiosaurus sets. Let's go over to the box cam. So today I have the Triceratops and Brachiosaurus sets, and then in part two we'll get into the other scarier dinosaurs. But for today, today is about science. Uh, we've got these two scenes are two of the more iconic scenes in the movie. Um, obviously, when we get to the carnivores on the next stream, we will see some more iconic scenes from the movie. We're going to start today with the Brachiosaurus, who comes with a tree and that truck that they were riding in the beginning of the movie when they first came to the park. And then we will finish with the Triceratops, which will allow us to finish with the classic Jurassic Park tour car. So let's go ahead and get started with our stream. Um, let's see. Let's get things going here. Let's see. And welcome to Jurassic Park. So we'll do the Brachiosaurus first. I'll set the Triceratops off to the side. So here's the front of the box. Pretty big box. A lot of the piece count is in this big tree build back here. And of course the truck. And we'll see one of the two sets tomorrow features the same kind of truck, except that's from the action scenes when there's like a storm on the island, and that version of the truck is covered in mud. But it's the same as this truck otherwise. Here's the back of the box. You can see the Brachiosaurus trying to eat from the tree. You can see our three characters at the bottom. And, yeah, so let's go ahead and get this open and get started. Oh, I just noticed this on the bottom of the box. You can see dinosaur silhouettes along the bottom of the box, including some dinosaurs that they haven't actually made in Lego yet. I see Gallimimus down there. I see Parasaurolophus. I mean, so maybe that's hints of future dinosaur figures to come in the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World line. Let's go ahead and get this open. I know from peeking at the instructions that there's 4 numbered bags here. Ooh! My first Lego paper bag. I think this is our dinosaur friend here. Well, that's a big instruction book. And a sticker sheet. Okay. Give me a minute to get things organized here. So we have a mix of paper and plastic bags here. For science. Alright, let's see here. This is bag 3. Here's bag 1. We want to hold on to this. So this is bag 4. Bag 3. Bag 2. The instruction book. Look at how massive this thing is. And we, of course, will set this aside and pull up the PDF instructions. Give me one moment to get things organized over here. All right. Okay, so there's our instructions. And I know it's a little bit awkward with that open space. I don't know how to make that any better, but this is an awkwardly shaped instruction book. So, and then these paper bags, I think, are our dinosaur here. And we have this sticker sheet. Small little sticker sheet. It's got the Jurassic Park logo, so that's probably going to go on the truck. No feeding, no flash, no yelling. Okay, so we're building truck number 18, so service truck number 18. It says, yeah, we have a brick separator in here, so that's why I didn't pull out our tool, because I knew there was one in this set. Okay, so the plus brick icon. These paper bags, I think, are our dinosaur. We're going to hold off on these and do them a little bit later. We're gonna get right into our truck build, and we're gonna come back and do the dinosaur. Let me just see. The tail attaches to the back, and then the neck, and we put the head on. So it's a 5-part dinosaur. Won't be an issue to put it together once we get there, but I don't want to reveal all the dinosaurs right up front. I want to get into the builds, and then we will reveal the dinosaurs. So let's go ahead and let's do the truck, and then we'll bring out the dinosaur, and then we'll bring out the tree. I also don't see any figures here in the instructions, so it looks like they spread out the figures throughout the bags. There's going to be 3 minifigures in this set, 2 in the other one, and 2 of the figures, one from this set and one from the other one we do tonight, represent the same character. So we're going to be looking at 5 minifigures of 4 different characters and 2 dinosaurs for tonight. And we'll take our separator off to the side, and we'll start building up this truck. We'll build the truck, and then we'll bring out the dino. Let's get right into it. And these trucks are at the 6-wide city scale, I believe, as opposed to the 8-wide Speed Champion scale that we're used to on this channel. But we've been doing a lot of city vehicles. We'll be doing a lot more city vehicles. I have a lot of city stuff coming in still, so I have a lot of eBay orders I'm waiting on still. So let's go ahead and try and find this other piece. There it is. Alright. I know. The reason I'm doing there's 2 reasons I'm doing the Brachiosaurus before the Triceratops. And that's 1, the Brachiosaurus scene came first in the movie. And second, is because the Triceratops set includes that iconic, famous green and red Jurassic Park tour car. The trucks are kind of iconic too, but not quite as memorable as the tour car. And I know the instructions are a little smaller than they usually are. It's just because of the awkward size and shape of this particular instruction book. Like the last Mario stream, they chose to print this book in portrait instead of landscape, which is unusual for Lego printing. Alright, let's keep going. I did find out that Brett the Breton, who I often raid on the weekend, is in fact going to be streaming tonight. So we will be raiding into his game stream when we finish our 2 Lego sets tonight. Okay, what's going on here? There's a blue grill. Is that the grill? Yeah. And then a yellow plate. So right now we're building up the base of the truck, and then bag 2 is going to be, I think, the details of the truck. And then bag 3 and 4 are the tree. Okay, yeah, this will go here. And then okay, that goes there. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, where's that other? There it is. Did I? It looks like I missed a step somewhere. I did miss a step somewhere. Okay. All right. We're back in business. Sorry about that. I'm glad I caught that before it became a serious problem, when it was still easily fixable. Now I can proceed with the instructions as intended. Okay, now we're doing some bracketing work here. Now this, we're putting up brackets at the sides of the vehicles. This does actually bring back memories of Speed Champions. which set up brackets at the sides for doing the side detailing. Some of the city vehicles do that too now, with brackets on the sides to make up the sides of the vehicles. So we'll do the truck, and then we'll do the dinosaur, and then we'll do the tree. And then we have another whole set to do beyond that. I was thinking about doing the 4 sets as one mega marathon, but I decided not to because that's too much. That's way too much for a single stream, in my opinion. I have done a 6-hour stream before, but I just don't have the stamina to do something like that. Not to do Jurassic Park justice, at least. And even though I haven't seen Jurassic World, I do like the dinosaur figures, so I may collect some more of these sets in the future. I may not stream them all, but the first Jurassic Park movie I have history with, so it was definitely worth it to me to stream these 4 sets. Oh wait, did I miss a piece? No, I didn't. Okay. The truck is starting to take shape now, it looks like. Okay, okay, looks like we have some snout setups going on here in the back of the truck. I think this is the first time I've ever seen the pins in yellow. Usually they're black, blue, or gray. Alright, we're just about halfway done with this truck, and we are going to be putting on our first sticker. Our first 2 stickers, actually. And this sticker is awkwardly shaped, so I hope I can get it straight. Yeah, no, that's not straight. At least with Speed Champions, they printed the stickers in the shape of the piece, even if that meant huge color blocking areas. But these stickers are shaped to the detail rather than the shape of the piece, so they're not quite as easy to work with. But yeah, this is the detailing for the side of the truck. That's what that one looks like. And it's pretty close to straight. It's close enough for our purposes. And it just sticks onto the brackets like this. And now I just have to do the sticker for the other side. Let's not press this one. Let's not press down all the way till I know it's lined up parallel to the edges of the piece. That one's not quite as straight, but it's good enough. Alright, so that'll go here. And now it looks like we're building up a little bit of detailing for the front of the truck here. Oh, at least this piece is printed. And it looks like we're about to go into bag 2. So here's the front grille section, which I'm going to attach on here. It looks like it goes here. So that's what that looks like. And we're ready to go into bag 2. And bag 2 is going to give us John Hammond, the wealthy guy who's the director of Jurassic Park. I tried to do a little bit of research on the different characters, but it's been many years since I've seen the movie, so I might get things wrong. And I saw a piece go off the table, so let's get our wheels out of the way like we typically do, and then we'll go look for the piece that went off the table. Okay, let's take a look down here. Got it. That was easy. That was an easy retrieval. Okay, let's get right back into it. So John Hammond is the old man who owns Jurassic Park. Which makes him a pretty significant character in the movie. And we need to figure out his little walking stick here. Oh, I forgot that little detail. He has a little bit of fossilized amber on his cane to signify his wealth and association with the dinosaurs. I'm having a little trouble gripping some of the pieces tonight because I just trimmed my fingernails this morning. But because he has a cane, he does have his signature beard printed in white, but it's very hard to see against the flesh tone. But there's our John Hammond figure. And I guess the other two characters we'll see when we get into the tree later. But we'll sit him down to watch like we did with it. He won't fall over as easily if he's sitting. So now we're going to get right back into building up the rest of this truck. Okay. I think it's this piece as it's indicating for to go into here. I hope I'm right about that because these instructions are a bit smaller than usual because of how I had to set them up to make them fit on stream. So it looks like we're building up some more of the shaping for the front of the truck section. Okay, and then we got a little bit of non-symmetry here. No, that's supposed to be a white tile. And then there's supposed to be a sticker here. So there's that little sticker, micro Jurassic Park logo, and then the truck's number 18. I can't really get it to focus that well, but let's get this onto the front of the truck here. Okay. And we put these little headlight pieces in. And now we're just going to keep building up shaping and detailing for the truck. because when this bag is done, we'll have our first piece of Jurassic Park put together, which is this truck. And we'll be seeing this truck again tomorrow. Well, I hope it's going to be tomorrow. It might be Monday, but on my very next stream, like I said, this is a two-parter, we'll be seeing the same kind of truck. But at least they differentiated that one by having it being covered with mud. Actually, let me just take a peek. That's truck number 12. So it's also, it doesn't represent the same truck. It's part of the same fleet, but it doesn't, it's part of the same fleet, and it's the same kind of truck, but it's a different operating number. So it is a different individual unit. They don't represent the same truck at different points in time. So that's good to know. This is truck 18, and that one is truck 12. I have lots of Lego coming into my collection over the next couple weeks. Alright, we have another tile with another sticker on it. So there's this sticker, and it's a little bit crooked. Can I make it better? I probably can't make it better without making visible crease because I already pressed it down. But no, it's coming back up. Let's see if I can make it a little bit straighter. Yeah, that's a little bit better. And the crease, there is a visible crease, but it's not that bad. It's good enough. And this is going to attach to the front of the truck like this. And it looks like we're going to begin to set up some overwheel arch bits now. And these will line up with the shaping of those stickers. Okay. Okay. The shaping's really starting to come together now for this truck. And now we have a little bit of an assembly for the front of the canopy here. Um, okay, that's cool. I think it shows to do the anti-stud side out. And then this section will go here, like this, in the front of the truck. It looks like now we're going to start shaping up the back end of the truck. One more of those sections. Give me one moment. I want to make sure the friction slot is on the inside of the piece. That's just me being picky. It really doesn't matter. Alright, we're going to... So we've created... Okay, so that's how the truck closes up. Like that. So that folds down so you can get the people inside. But you know I generally don't do much with putting the people inside the vehicles on the stream, because I prefer to have them out where we can see them. So yeah, the truck's pretty much almost done at this point. We have to put the wheels on, but once we put the wheels down, the truck is done. And we need to put these axles in before we can put the wheels on. And this truck even has a spare wheel on the back, like that. I guess I should show you. This is what the wheel tire combination looks like. I show you on all the Speed Champions cars, so why not show you on the other vehicles? One more wheel, and then we have a functional truck model here. Let's get the spare bits out of the way. So we're going to go into bag 3 in a moment. But before we do, let me show you the truck real quick. This is a beautiful representation of the vehicle as shown in the movie. But the other vehicle we're building today is even cooler looking than this one is. And I'm actually going to set it off to the side because we have another featured build to do first. Let's come back over here. And let's go ahead and put together the dinosaur before we start building up our tree. You'll notice that the dinosaur is packaged in these paper bags. Lego has said that they want to start being more environmentally friendly with their packaging. And this is the first time I've ever... And so last year they started putting paper bags in a few of the sets. But this is the first time I'm seeing the paper bags in person. So let's go ahead and get out our dinosaur parts. There's a big dinosaur body there. And the rest of the parts will be in this bag. There's the rest of our dinosaurs. So let's get our dinosaur friend put together. So these 4 sets represent the first 5 dinosaurs in my collection. Obviously, we're only going to see 2 of them tonight. So the tail is posable. The legs are not. And then we have this big neck, which can be posed up and down, side to side. And there's studs on the back of the Brachiosaurus, so you can put a person riding it. And so let's attach a jaw to the dinosaur's head and stick the head onto the neck. Wow, this dinosaur figure is massive. Even though it's only 5 pieces, it probably makes up more than half of the manufacturing cost of this set. And the mouth can open and close. So there's the mouth in its open position and then closed. And we'll just attach the head to the neck. And let's have John riding him. Like that. So here's our Brachiosaurus. Wow, this thing is huge. Now that explains the insane cost of the set compared to the piece count. I think this is the biggest dinosaur figure they ever made in terms of molded dinosaur, not brick-built dinosaur. There are bigger brick-built dinosaurs, but that's not for this line. These playsets have the molded dinosaurs. And this thing is so big enough to be distracting to the build, so I'll set him back here and hope he's not too distracting to the build. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and get bag 3 open. So bag 3, it looks like this character. This character is Dr. Ellie Sattler. And I think she's the main character of Lego Jurassic Park, in that 3 of the 4 sets feature her as a minifigure. However, they're all different. You'll notice that her outfit is slightly different in each of the 3 sets that she is in. And another piece dropped. As cool as the Tyrannosaurus that we're going to see on the next stream is, I think this may actually be my favorite dinosaur figure. I definitely saw a piece go off the table. Let me put some light on the floor and see if I can find it. I'm not seeing any Lego down here right now. But I definitely saw a piece rolling off the table. Hopefully it was one of the 1x1s, and so we'll have a spare of it. Okay. Well then, let's get right into it. Okay, we need to find the leg piece. There's the legs. It looks like she's holding a piece of branch to feed our dinosaur friend here. She has a surprised face, but we're going to go with her standard happy face for this one. Because there will be a set later which we'll be using her scared face for. Alright, let's build this little branch piece that she's holding. And here you can see the first of our 3 Dr. Ellie Sattler figures. And we'll sit her down here in front of the dinosaur, and we can go ahead and start building up the tree. We have this nice big octagonal base plate for the tree. I think it's the first time I've ever seen this particular uh, base plate before. It might be a little distracting to have the dinosaur stick around, but he's the main feature of this set, so we're gonna try for a while, I guess. I can see this tree is going to require a lot of concentration, given how tiny the instructions have to be to show up on stream. Oh, I forgot to mention, each of the 4 Jurassic Park sets has a frog piece hiding. In the movie, when they're doing like the introduction to the park and how the science works, they do a line about how the dinosaur DNA was found in fossilized amber, and they fill in gaps in the DNA with frog DNA. And so, in reference to that line, Lego has hidden a frog in every one of the 4 sets they did for the Jurassic Park movie as part of this little mini series they did. Actually, there were 5 sets, but one of them was a juniorized set, and the dinosaur in that set is a duplicate of one of the dinosaurs in the other set we'll see tomorrow. So I opted not to get that one because it's a little overpriced and would have put me a little bit over budget. So I might still get that one eventually for the display and build it off stream, but I think we've got enough for the stream. There were also, prior to these 5 sets, there was a several years ago they did a set with the iconic Jurassic Park gate and a brick-built T-Rex that was absolutely massive. And they also did a diorama of the famous T-Rex attack scene. Also a brick-built T-Rex. So the tree went behind the dinosaur. Let me move it over here. You can see it a little bit better. Once the tree gets too tall, though, and it might start disappearing. We'll worry about that when that starts to happen. Those 2 sets with the brick-built T-Rexes, I don't have them, and they're long retired, so they've been overinflated. Well, I'm not sure how bad inflation has been on those 2 particular sets, but they were expensive to begin with. All of these were, so I'm happy with what I got. My brother did me a huge favor though. He picked up a set for me that was I had my eyes on since I found out about it, and it was like sold out for like the next 3 months online, but it was in stock at the Lego store location at the mall where my brother works. So he picked it up for me, and since he did me that big favor, I bought him a couple of Lego sets that were on his wish list. So it all works out. He helps me, I help him. What's going on there? Oh. We're putting in lots of little detailing bits for this tree. I really hope that the piece that fell on the floor when we opened the bag was an extra, because I looked for it a little bit and couldn't find it. The Triceratops set is smaller. It's just a car. There's a little scenery build, but nothing on the scale of this tree. Actually, that's the iconic poop scene, and I think the scenery features that giant pile of Triceratops poop. So that's going to be like the finale of our... I don't know why, but Lego seems to have... Lego's been into kind of a toilet humor. Not so much in any of the sets I've done, but this... But given that that's an iconic scene from the movie, it makes sense why they would have done it for this scene. I mean, for the Triceratops set. Because they're just doing what was in the movie. Meanwhile, let's keep building. Alright, which orientation are we looking at here? So this goes here and makes some of the shaping over here. Okay, so the tree is starting to take shape now. Lots of little tiling bits to put in around. One more of those little quarter tiles. Alright, so we've just been streaming for about an hour so far. We're about a little over halfway done. Maybe just about halfway with the first of the two sets, but the second of the two sets is smaller in terms of piece count. Okay, and then in this little hollow, we have the bottom half of a hatched egg. Look at that little eggshell piece in there. That's pretty cool. And now we have to build an assembly. This is probably the next section of tree. I'll be happy if much of the rest of the tree is just building sub-assemblies and attaching them to the top. Obviously, there will come a time when we have to put the leaves on the tree, and then we'll probably need to handle the whole tree when it comes time to do that. Okay, so it looks like these green plates. And then a brick, it looks like. With these dark colors and these tiny pictures, it's a little difficult to interpret the instructions, but I'll figure it out. And then we have these half arches, which in this context represent tree branches. And then a green plate to make that connection secure. We do have a couple of, beyond the Jurassic Park stream, we do have a couple of other really epic streams coming up on this channel soon with the Lego. I was able to get a lot of Lego this week. There's a particularly well-paying requester with a closed qualification project on the survey website, and they've been putting up, they put up a bunch of batches this week, so I was able to kick my Lego collection into overdrive again, like I did a few weeks ago, the last time they put the big batch up. I know they're not going to be around forever, but as long as they're there, I'm going to get as much of my Lego wish list as possible. I have so much in the queue right now. We are pulling back a little bit from Lego Mario so we can focus on other parts of the wish list, such as this, and there's also a bunch of sets I'm getting for myself to build off stream, because I like to have I like to do some Lego away from the I like to do some Lego away from stream when I can just sit down and enjoy it and not make a show of it. But I think what I might do is an end-of-year recap of my Lego collection. Maybe some of the highlights of my collection. I don't think I'll be able to have everything out, but I'll have to see how I want to do that. Okay, that goes there. This goes here. And then we have two of these little pink flower pieces. One on each side. So we're starting to splash a little bit of color into our tree. And then there's a brown brick. So then we take our first little bits of tree leaves are going on now. So some more green plates. That says I need 2 of these things. So where's the other one? Let's... I don't see the other green 2x1. Is that the piece that went on the floor earlier? Maybe. I don't see another green 2x1 in this pile here. Which is a problem. Oh, we're making good time. It's not showing up under other pieces either. Did it get caught up in the bag? I'm not seeing it, any trace of it in the bag. Okay, so that's probably the piece that went off the table. But where is it? Alright, we're going to flashlight the floor again. No, but I found another green piece that I don't think is supposed to be on the floor right now. Let's shine a light here too. Maybe there's something I'm missing. We're looking for a 2x1 green. There's a bunch of these 2x1 slope pieces. It's definitely not on the table. Okay, let's see how we're going to do this. We're going to take the table aside, and I will look at the floor directly in front of me where the bag's opened up and scattered. Wow. There's a lot of crud on the floor down here. I should probably vacuum back here this week. not on the floor either. At least I'm not seeing it. Well, I'm wasting time now. Let's see if we can continue without that piece. One more sweep around my parts pile. It's a 2x1, so I don't think... Alright, let's get the table back into position. And let me do a quick check through my spare bits bag to see if I have any 2x1s in there. I do not. I don't even care about the color at this point. Alright, we're gonna... Do I have two green 1x1s? Or brown 1x1s I can use? Yeah. I just need to make sure that everything on the tree is the same level. So let me go in here and pull out some spare bits in acceptable colors. That's why we have a spare bits bag. We've wasted enough time already looking for the missing piece. We probably spent about 15 minutes on that, so we're doing things this way. Because we gotta make sure that all the tree bits are on the same level here. Now we can proceed with the next few steps. Okay, is that supposed to be even? It looks like that's meant to be even, which means I have something incorrect going on here with these instructions. So I did that. I did that. Maybe they're not meant to be even, because I do see. But then this lines up with that, so they are meant to be even. There's only one layer of green below the... Shoot, I did something wrong anyway, so we have to go back a bit and figure out what I did wrong here. Okay. There's our green plate. That's why we were missing the green plate, because we had stacked it up out of turn. Alright, in that case we can take these spare bits off. And I did just eat another piece onto the floor, but let's go ahead and now that we've solved the missing plate issue, let's get the little flower that I just knocked onto, dropped onto the floor. If I can, that's technically spare bits at this point, but the flower itself is still live, so. Alright, we're moving out the table one more time so I can find that. There it is. There we go. Flower's back. The spare bits can be returned to the spare bits baggie. And let's proceed with the stream as if that little 20 minutes of glitch up never happened. But we all know it did happen. It's a thing that happens on the stream from time to time when I do Lego. Okay. Now that we've resolved that issue, with everything being out of place and not lined up and everything, now we can proceed with the build as intended. So we have those plates on. That's all lined up. And now I can go back, and this will line up properly now. And we can proceed with our build. That's as good as the figures will be for now. We really need to focus on getting the stream back on track. We wasted a lot of time solving those issues. Probably a little bit less time, though, than the Pagani Utopia incident. So there's that at least. Okay, let's just keep going. So this whole section attaches to the top of the other tree section, like this. Okay? And now we're going to build another little section of the tree, it looks like. It looks like it's mostly little pieces left on this particular pile of parts. but we're creating a lot of attachment points for the leaves that'll be in bag 4. Oh, there's even a little bit of Technic assembly going on for some of this tree. Be interesting to see what the Technic is for. But we seem to be back on track with this build now. Looks like we have these going in opposition to each other. Yeah. And then this goes on here. And then more here. And then this goes on top of the tree here. I want to make sure I line it up properly though. I think it's supposed to be flush, but I can't tell exactly. Yeah, it's showing the flower lining up over that piece. Okay, we're good. We're going to keep going. Okay, and then we do another piece of the flower here, and we have another leaf here on the corner. And now this goes, okay, so this is going to go up and down the side of the tree here and cover over the exposed interior bits like that. So this goes on like this. And then you can see we still have exposed interior bricks on this side. So I think we're going to do, yeah, this other long plate is going to be used to cover that over. So that's pretty cool how this tree is coming together now. So the detailing is a little bit different on this side of the tree. So that's pretty cool. Makes it look more natural for it not to be exactly symmetrical. In fact, this side doesn't even have any flowers on the finished off tree trunk. So this one's going to go over here and attach to the tree over here. And now that the interior exposed brick is no longer exposed, we can move forward towards the top of the tree. And it looks like I missed some tiling somewhere. I have the tiling on that side, but these tiles are not normally spare parts. So I have to go back through the tree and see where I missed the tiling. Another little setback, sorry about this, but I have like 3 round tiles, and the leaf piece isn't usually a spare either. So I'm clearly missing stuff somewhere. So we have the round tiles there. There's one round tile that I was missing. Okay, it looks like that's all the, unless, okay, so these tiles are supposed to come down here in front of the eggshell like this, and that still leaves the extra leaf piece that I'm not sure where it goes, but let's see if I can figure out where the leaf piece goes. Because the leaf is not usually a spare bit either. The other bits are. I don't think we missed anything with those. Let's see, I got that detail. I got that leaf. Got that leaf. I got that leaf. And those 2 leaves. me just look around and see if I missed any ground level leaves. I don't think so, but I'll leave the leaf piece out just in case. And these other bits I'll move to the spare bits. Cool. And now we can come back here and open up bag 4 and finish off the tree. We wasted a lot of time going back to... Okay, it looks like this bag is mostly tree details here. And a lot of little pieces. But we're going to start this bag with our third character, our third and final minifigure for this set, Dr. Alan Grant, who's one of the other main characters in the movie. And he gets a little explorer's hat that matches John Hammond's hat. And he holds a dinosaur tooth or claw. This piece that he's holding is used for both teeth and claws. So, and I don't remember which it is in the context of the scene of the movie. It is a dinosaur bone, though, in the movie. I just don't remember if it's a tooth or a claw. So there's Dr. Alan Grant. And he will come and sit next to Dr. Ellie Sattler as we continue building up our tree. Okay, so here... Lots of leaf pieces on this one. We'll be doing this tree for a while. Alright, I have to face it towards me so I can see what I'm doing. So this first branch goes like this. And then we have this branch over here like this. And then some more leaves down here on the side studs. And now it looks like we're making a Technic tree branch. Okay, Sorry if I go quiet. I'm trying to concentrate. Tree branches are like high detail. I want to make sure I get everything put in correctly. Alright, how does this... I don't even see how this part attaches. Oh, it goes... I think it attaches to these pins over here on this side. Yeah, that looks like the picture. And now we're going to build another Technic tree branch here. Okay, yeah. The good news is with every part that we use, that's one less part on the piece pile to sort through moving forward. And eventually this pile of parts is going to diminish, and we will come over here and attach this to this side. Okay, why is this section so much higher than this section? Did I miss a connection over here on the first tree branch? This one had 2 of the red branch. Now this one just had 1 of the extra extensions, and this one had 2 of the extensions. But this shows them lining up at the top. Okay, I'm not sure. We'll just proceed, and if there's an issue, we'll try to adjust then, I guess. We might come to a situation where we have to start making things up. We gotta make 2 of these branch units. Now we gotta do another one of those. You know, I think we did things the right way with those first two big branches because we're out of these Technic adjusters, I think, after this branch. Oh, and I do see the little frog in this parts pile. I think this is the one set where it's meant to be represent an actual frog. In the other sets, it's meant to represent something else entirely that isn't a frog. But I guess we'll find out when we actually get to it if it is, in fact, meant to represent a frog or something else. So yeah, I think it's just a matter of perspective that it's not really, the pictures aren't really lining up. Because here it shows on this side these being even and they're really not, so. And here's the little sausage piece being used for tree branching here. And we got to do two of these. That go on these clips here. And I got to do another one of those now. This tree is going to be a bugger to break down for storage, I think. Good thing it's going onto the display right away for a while. Okay, and it shows here a leaf that I did not place earlier, so that must be the missing leaf from earlier, but it's in there now. Okay, so these go on here, and then another tree branch like that. So the tree is starting to come together now and really start to look like a tree now that we're starting to line up some leaves. And there's a little observation platform here on the front of the tree above the broken eggshell. As difficult, this tree might be one of the more difficult builds I've done, but it's coming together nicely. That's not a sausage, is it? No, it's one of these pieces. Okay, we need to do that again. Okay. There's only about 15 more pages of instructions. So even though there's still a lot of leaf pieces here, I think we'll be done with the tree pretty soon. I'm sure for the rest of the leaves we'll see a lot more of these 2 times. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of those. So, okay, on this side. Okay, I think it's showing me these are supposed to go on these clips here. Yeah. Make another sausage branch. Over here on this clip. I know I have it facing away from what you see in the instructions. I need to be able to see what I'm doing here. Yeah. In the Triceratops set we'll be building next, the scenery is just a small a pile of dinosaur poo, so it's not going to be nearly as detailed as this tree. I think we should be able to breeze through that piece of scenery. Here's getting into some bigger leaf chunks. So what's it showing? The center stud on this one, going in through the corner stud of this one, and then the center stud of this one. Going over the corner stud of this one, and then we take the smaller leaf and we line that up here on the corner stud here, and then we take the twig piece and push it through there. And we make one more of those. And we'd be a little more careful. Because I really felt like that one felt like it was going to break. And it doesn't look like it did, but we got to be careful. Because these big leaf pieces are the flexible plastic. The softer plastic that they use for some of the pointier pieces. We gotta push another twig piece into here. There, I was careful with that one. That one didn't feel like it was gonna break. And this assembly needs to go here. And I hope I'm putting these on correctly. But I guess with tree leaves, it really doesn't matter how you line them up. What matters is just that the final tree looks good. It looks like here we're doing those two assemblies again. Okay, we need to make another one of those. And we're at the 2-hour mark of stream. So this is where I estimated we would be after finishing this set. And the other set shouldn't take us as long. Like I said, the scenery for the other set isn't nearly as involved as this. Okay, let's get another twig put in. So I'm guessing this, it's not clear from the picture at all, but it looks like this one is supposed to go here. If I can get it to line up over. If I can get it to line up, there we go. That wasn't supposed to happen. And now the dinosaur can start eating from the tree as we start to finish it up. And we get some more of these units. I do like that these leaf units are all the same basic design. Makes it a little bit easier to work with them being the same like this. Okay, let's see. And then there's just enough parts left to make one more of those leaf units. And then there's still a few pieces left over. I guess we used to round out the scenery. So let's put this in here. And this one will go up here on this highest tree branch here, like this. And as you can see, the tree is very detailed now. And it looks like we have to make a little bit of a sign now for the to go on the side of the tree. And this sign has the last two stickers. The one that says no feeding, no flash, no yelling. And then also the Brachiosaurus exhibit sign. So let's go ahead and put the sign together, and then I will show you. Let's try and get this one straight, because this is a beautiful sticker. And I don't want to mess it up. So here's the Brachiosaurus exhibit sign. And now we just have to put it on this plate here. And this plate goes onto the side of the base, like this. And then there's another leaf. Looks like there's enough pieces here for a few finishing details. Let's just go ahead and there's some tiles here for this side. Oh, to finish off the effect of the roots, it looks like. So this goes here on this side like this. And now we get 3 of these flowers. One in the corner here. One in the corner back here. And one more of these flower assemblies. Up here on this plate, it looks like, at the side of the tree. And then I also see a couple leaves around the base of the tree like this. And then there's one here in the front of the tree. And then our frog piece, our little pink frog. There's our little pink frog for this one. And it shows it coming off the side, the leaf on the side. So I guess if it represents a flower bud on this model. So our little frog has been attached, and that means now that I know it's a flower bud and not an actual frog, that means I misreported it. when doing my inventory. So let's just pull it out real quick while I'm thinking about it. All right, let's get right back into it. Okay, I have a curved piece here. The rest of these look like they're spare bits, but I have here a piece that never came up in, or I didn't see come up in the instructions. This step here. Okay. Can I get in there? Yeah, I can get in there and put this little bit in. There's enough space to squeeze my finger in there. And then boom. Okay. So we are done with the tree. So this picture shows Dr. Grant standing on the observation platform. Let's take off our spare bits. So let's do, there's our used sticker sheet. Yeah, preview for the next stream. Yeah, that one 4+ set in the corner, I didn't get that one. Because that dinosaur is identical to one of the other ones. So yeah. I'll show you the stuff real quick, and then we'll clear the stage immediately for the other set, because we need to get right into it. So here's our truck. Here's our tree. I have to put that over here. It's so tall it will obscure my screen. Miss John Hammond, the owner of Jurassic Park. Dr. Ellie Sattler. And Dr. Alan Grant. And of course, the Brachiosaurus, who's so big it's hard to get him to fit on screen. He's also tall enough that he has to go over on this side, I think. Alright, let's get right into the Triceratops set now. This one has the classic Jurassic Park tour car, and that's the whole scenery bit right there. It won't take us too long to build that. You can see Dr. Sattler returns again in this set, and we have another cool character that we'll be seeing here with this one. And of course we have the instructions for this set. Now these instructions are standard mode instructions, so I can just pull them over like this. And so front of the box, and then back of the box. And let's go ahead and punch it open. This too has paper bags, which must be parts of the dinosaur. And we also have this long plate here that was loose inside the box. I think that's everything. There's supposed to be a sticker sheet with this one, if I remember correctly. but I didn't. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this set has 10 stickers. Here's the sticker sheet. Here's the instructions. You know what we do with those. 2, 3. And of course, bag 1. But before we get into bag 1, we're going to start with the dinosaur, I think. Okay, so this one should have 4 leg pieces, a body piece, and a head piece. Okay, there's our distinctive Triceratops head piece there, which means the body and the legs should be in this other bag. Okay, there's the body. And here's the legs coming out of this bag. Yep, there's 4 legs there. Let us proceed. So the legs just snap on. Okay. And this leg goes on here. And then the head snaps onto the front like this. So this is now our second of the 5 dinosaurs we're going to see this weekend. This one also has studs on the back so someone can ride it. But here's our Triceratops. This is nice and bulky. I like this figure. This is a nice dinosaur. And it doesn't take up as much space as the Brachiosaurus, so it may not be that distracting to leave it on. So let's go ahead and open bag 1, and we can begin building the tour car now. But first, we start by building Dr. Sattler again. And this time, she doesn't appear to be holding an accessory, so we can differentiate her from the one in the other set. And I just dropped something again. Well, let's start building and see if it turns up. Meanwhile, where's her head? Is her head the piece that fell on the floor? Possibly. I'm not seeing it in the parts pile, but it could be under things. Let me just check the floor real quick. Yeah, the piece that fell on the floor was her head. Well, the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park were bred through a cloning program. So I guess we could call this a Dr. Sattler clone. But instead of giving her the happy face this time, we're going to give her the sad face. Because in this scene in the movie, the Triceratops was kind of sick. And she was worried for it. So we'll give her the sad face to differentiate her from the other Dr. Sattler in the Brachiosaurus set. There she is. And let's go ahead and get building. We'll let her ride on the Triceratops for a little bit, since there is no car for her to ride in yet. Let's go ahead and get started building the car. Alright. I think we got a mouse in one of our traps. Thing's been squeaking. I've been for quite a few minutes now. I hope my microphone's not picking that up. Okay, alright, let's keep going. And I'm going to try to ignore those squeaky sounds coming from the other end of the place. I'd say maybe the dinosaurs can go eat them, but where did the herbivores tonight? It's the next stream that we'll be doing the predatory dinosaurs on. So yeah, let's just keep going. So yeah, that tree was some intense building there. I'm not used to such detailed trees. But there's more and more trees being done in Lego sets, so I guess I should start getting used to it. But hey, if I can build that tree, I can build any tree, right? Because that one was a fairly complex one. So now we're just setting up the wheel arches. Okay. So the wheel arches are on now, and we need to, looks like we're doing some side bracketing as well. Alright, we're going to keep going. This car is coming together pretty fast. Okay. Let's get these in. And then some snots for the front of the car. I'm not sure yet if that's the front or the back, but it's where we're going to be attaching the detail that'll go on that end of the car. And why isn't it going on all the way? Do I have something not lined up right? Let me try doing it like this. There we go. Now that lined up right. Not sure what the issue was, but it doesn't matter because we can proceed. Okay, that's on. And now we're going to do some more side bracketing, it looks like, for where the sides of the car are going to go. Okay, we're going to Okay. So yeah, what I called the front before is actually the back, because you can tell from where we're putting the steering wheel now on that step. You can see the steering wheel in the car now. And actually in the movie, they were remote guided cars on a track. The steering wheel was just for show. Well, I think they had an emergency override. So we're going to get our first sticker, which is a map of the dinosaur island, Jurassic Park. So a little computer screen console in the front of the car here. So there's our console. Not perfectly straight, but given this is an interior detail, it's not going to be noticeable the way it goes on display. So we'll stick that there, and then we'll put this other brick here. And we just knocked over the steering wheel, so we will fix that. These are my first licensed vehicles that aren't part, or my first licensed cars that aren't part of Speed Champions. Of course, every Speed Champions car is licensed. But every other car and truck I have is from the city theme. Which, and I'll be growing my collection of those soon. I have a special 4-vehicle city stream coming up soon, so look forward to that. We're going to put up some more of the side studding here, it looks like. And here's where we start to create the iconic look of the vehicle. Oh. Our first sticker. And it's not the sticker I thought it would be, but I think because there's a lot of stickers that we're about to put on in quick succession here, I think I'm going to wait and just show you the whole side when everything is applied. But we're starting with this tiny little number 4 sticker in the corner here over the wheel arch there. You can see the number 4 sticker. And here we're going to get 2 tiles with stickers here. The Jurassic Park logo stickers. And we're almost done with bag 1, it looks like. Alright, so before I continue, here's that side of the car with the stickers applied. You can see the Jurassic Park logoing on the side of the car. And now let's proceed and do the builds for this side of the car. Alright, let's keep going. And there's still 3 stickers left on the sticker sheet. I guess we'll come across them in bag 2 because they look like vehicle detailing. But yeah, all 3 of the stickers look like they're parts of the vehicle, so I don't think there's extra signage for the Triceratops exhibit like there was for the Brachiosaurus. Alright, that's what the stickering on that side of the car looks like. Wow, that's a little bit crooked. Let me see if I can adjust that real quick. I didn't mean to take it off entirely. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Okay, let's proceed. So it's time for bag 2. And it looks like bag 2 is going to start with an assembly. Alright, let's take these tire pieces off like I usually do so they don't roll around on us. And let's set aside these little canopy pieces. Now bag 2 is going to begin with an assembly, it looks like. But yeah, we're making good progress on this car here. Interesting putting the grilled pieces over the trans pieces. That makes for an interesting light effect, I guess. And we have a sticker to put up. Ah, there's a Ford branding on the sticker. I forgot that they were licensed Ford cars in the movie. But that's a nice little detail. I mean, Lego does have the Ford license thanks to Speed Champions. So it makes sense they would include the licensing on the movie car as well. So there's that sticker with the Ford logo. And of course the camera doesn't want to focus. There we go. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. No. I didn't miss anything. But let's keep going. And then we have another sticker. This is going to be the equivalent of a license plate sticker. But in this case, it's just that little Jurassic Park logo with a vehicle identification number. And just like that, there's only one sticker left on the sheet. So there's what this whole back section looks like with the vehicle identification number and the Ford logoing. And this section will attach to the back of the car like this. Okay, this goes in here. Like that. And now we just need to do another one of those for the other side. Okay, let's just make sure. Yeah. Alright, we're still rolling. Sometimes I get paranoid and check periodically. So it's this one. And this will be the back window of the car. got these side windows. Okay. And now we're doing another assembly, it looks like. Okay, let's... Sorry, I'm running out of stuff to talk about. That's why I went silent again. But we're nearly there with this car. Its iconic details are coming together nicely. Okay. Okay, this section will go on the front of the car here. Like that. And I have a feeling there's more development to be done with that section. Yep, we're doing this little section again. Okay. So it looks like we're going to start shaping the front end of the car now. And with this piece, we're putting on our last sticker. And a piece just rolled off the table. I'll have to grab that in a moment. Yeah, that's totally not off center. I have to shift it over a little bit. And then I have to grab the piece that rolled onto the floor while I was pulling off the sticker. Centered but crooked. I gotta straighten it now. This is one sticker that does matter. Not perfect, but good enough. The Jurassic Park logo sticker. And this will go over the front of the car like this. And there's the piece that fell off. Let's see if I can get to it. Got it. And with that, the sticker sheet is done. Okay. It looks like we're building some more framing. Okay. And this framing section goes on the front of the car over these like this. I'm dropping a lot of pieces today, more than usual. I thought I heard that piece scatter back, but it's not in my parts pile, so yeah. I'm gonna have to look on the floor again. That's getting annoying. Yeah, that's not it. Okay, it looks like I have to shift the table again to look on the floor again. That was not supposed to happen either. It just... Everything seems to be dropping today. Now, let's look around the floor for the piece that I know is down there somewhere. This is a piece that is absolutely crucial. And I know there's no spares in my bag. It went not seeing it over this way. It just slipped out of my fingers. I was holding it and it slipped. That's been happening to me more than usual today. Yeah, I think this piece might be gone. That's going to be a problem. Let's just look back here one more time. Please excuse this interruption. Alright, went off in that general direction, but I'm not seeing any sign of it now. Okay. I know this is a piece I don't have any of in my spare parts bag. So I just got to keep looking for it or continue without it. You know, we're so close to finishing the end of this build. Let's continue without the piece and see if we can make something up.
Did you drop something?
Yes, I did drop something. All right, let's see what we've got here. Oh, it fell over here. We found it. Yay!
How small was the piece?
Pretty small. That's a crucial piece. It's not quite small enough to be one they give you a spare bit for, but it's pretty small.
You just dropped something.
Yeah, I saw it go off. Hey, can you put this with Donkey Kong over there? This goes in his set. I found it while going through down there. The bit that rolled off just now is a spare bit, though, so I think... Don't worry about putting it on, just put it with the Donkey Kong Treehouse set. Alright. Sorry. I found another important piece on the while I was down on the floor, so it goes with a set I have that it's being staged right now. So let's fix the table and let's finish the stream. We're so close to finishing. We got to finish this car and then we have a little bit of dinosaur poop to build. Alright, so I'm going to mute the microphone for a moment, actually. All right, sorry about that. I'm back. So, yeah, we ended up finding the missing part, and as it turns out, it is as crucial as I thought it was. So let's just proceed with finishing this car, and then we can build our little piece of dinosaur poop, and then we can call it a night. All right. So sorry about the delays on that. So there's the caging for the front of the car. And now let's proceed with the rest of this. Okay. So it looks like we're doing a little non-symmetric bit here. And this goes across here like this. And now we're doing an assembly for another window. So I do apologize for all the delays this stream. Things like that don't usually happen. We've only got about 20 pages of instructions left, so we'll be done with stream soon. But I think thematically it worked nicely, splitting it up into two streams. The friendly dinosaurs this stream, and then the predatory, carnivorous, monstrous dinosaurs on the next stream. Now it looks like we're building the top canopy section.
I can hear that from my room.
You know the microphone's live. Sorry about that. Yeah, we almost certainly have a mouse in the trap tonight. All right, let's keep building. Okay, so it looks like we have some what's meant to be lights on the top of the car. That just makes sure I have them lined up straight so that it looks good. Now this is where this piece goes in. And then we have this last piece of window here. Wow, careful, you don't want to break anything. And then this section goes in and attaches to the top of the car like this. And like most vehicles, like most Lego vehicles, you can pull the top off for easy access to the inside to put people in. Now we're going to go here and we're going to put the wheels on. And that's what the wheel tire combination looks like. So let's get these onto the car. One more wheel, and then I think the car is done. Yep, bag 3 has us going into our final character, so let's go ahead and get the spare bits off.
Mute your mic for a minute.
Why?
I'll tell you the situation.
Um,
Okay.
so, yeah, that squeaking wasn't mice in the traps. It's two mice having a conversation. I wonder what they're chatting about. But here's our classic Jurassic Park car. And my table's out of alignment, it feels like. Oh, it's just on things. So here's our classic Jurassic Park car. Very iconic design, this. And I'll set it off for a bit so we can do the bag 3s. In this scene in the movie, the scientists were inspecting the poop of a sick Triceratops. So, Lego built that poop pile as a little build. We still haven't seen the frog for this set, so I assume it's going to be part of this. But on this first page of bag 3, we have our final new character of the evening, which is Dr. Ian Malcolm, who had a shirtless scene in the movie. He has a neutral expression, kind of worried, and a smiley expression. Let's give him smiley. And then we'll give him some hair. And then he will also get a shovel, if I can find it in this. There it is. So yeah, he has a shovel with which to dig through the pile of Triceratops dung. So there's Dr. Malcolm. And because he has a shovel, that kind of functions as a third leg, if I position it correctly. And so we don't need to make him sit. He'll be able to stand because he has the shovel. If I position it exactly, precisely to be in line with the legs. There we go. So, Dr. Ian Malcolm is now ready to dig up some dino poo. Now let's make the dino poo. I think this may be the only time that I build Lego poop. On the stream, at least. I know some other sets did kind of the toilet humor too, except in this case, this was an actual scene in the movie, so it makes sense for them to do this.
Oh, is that the sick Triceratops?
Yeah. This scenery build is going together pretty quickly. You can see there's not a lot of parts left on the table. Not a lot of pages left in the instructions either, it looks like. We've been going just over 3 hours at this point. And I do see this set's frog piece in here. And it's colored just like the rest of these pieces, which suggests to me what it might be. So let's go ahead and keep building this up. We have to do another one of those. Going to put these slopes on and finish build up the shaping of this section. Oh, it looks like we have a hole in the middle of this build. Maybe it's oh, I think I know what's going on here. I think I remember this bit of the movie. So yeah, actual dinosaur poop would not be hollow inside like this is, but in the movie they found some unripe berries in the dog poo, and I can see a couple of cherry pieces that represent that in the parts pile. So that's probably why it's hollowed out, so we can put these cherries inside to represent the poison berries that the Triceratops ate. It shows us putting one of the berries inside, but I'm actually going to put both of the pieces inside. So there we have the poison berries that the Triceratops ate. Or unripe berries, I guess. And now it looks like we're building the top of the pile. Yeah, this went together quickly. Oh yeah, and it looks like the frog piece for this set is being used to represent the top of the pile of poop. There's still 2 more frogs to discover in the next stream's 2 sets, but there's the frog piece. And this just rests on top of the pile like this. And it's supposed to line up, so I'm not sure why it's not. First of all, that's not pressed in all the way. There we go. Okay, so there's our completed pile of dino poop. And with that concludes our builds for tonight. So let's take the tool off and see if we can make a nice arrangement here. You can see I'm building quite the collection of separators now. Let's add that to the stack. And let's bring everything back onto my screen so that we can set up the raid. Obviously nobody's riding dinosaurs. Okay, let's see here. We will take the instructions off. we will come back over here. And we will start setting things up here. So we have here our two vehicles. Our two Jurassic Park vehicles. And we'll be getting another one of these trucks tomorrow. Next stream, which will probably be tomorrow. But we'll be getting another truck. We have our iconic tour car. We have a tree, which is going to be slightly off camera, which is okay. We have a Triceratops, the big Brachiosaurus, and a bunch of people. Let's just line them up in front. Now let's make them more visible. I think the picture showed Dr. Grant up in the tree like that. In which case, we should have the Brachiosaurus down here. And we should put this Dr. Sattler in the tree with him, I think. Because she has the leaf to feed the dinosaur with. Like this. Oh, that's cute. And then we can have Dr. Malcolm over here. Getting ready to dig into the pile of poop here. And then we need Hammond in the front, welcoming everyone to his park. And then other Dr. Sattler looking worried. And I think that's a nice arrangement here. Shows you a little bit of everything we did today. So yeah, that was a fun stream. And here are my first two Lego dinosaurs. And as you can see, they're pretty big. And two of my three Jurassic Park vehicles. Tomorrow we get a little piece of scenery and the big visitor center building. Let's go ahead and exit raid now. We will be raiding Brett as usual. Or as usual for whenever he's on, I mean. So I hope you enjoyed part 1 of my Lego Jurassic Park stream. And part 2 is where things really get epic and intense. But for now, here's an overview of the peaceful first half of the movie before all hell broke loose. So the raid has been created. This was really fun. And have a good night, and I will see you soon for part 2 of Lego Jurassic Park. Good night.
Spectacular time.
You said you know General Big.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a client. A pharmaceutical client.
She's banging him.
I haven't accepted anyone in 10 years, and if I did, it wouldn't be with that man.
Good.
Did you really come here for a letter of transit? Or did you just need an excuse?
Well, I sort of do need the letter of transit.
Oh, Arthur. If you're really going to do something spectacularly stupid,